Hi, I'm Age from Proactive and I'd like to go through the BenQ screen with you, show all the different features and how it works. So the first feature I'd like to show you is the whiteboard. By tapping on the whiteboard, I can change to different coloured backgrounds. I'm going to pick a dark one for the video. I'm going to click on here and then using the pen, I'm going to choose the white and the thickness, and then I can write my word on the board. Then by pressing select, I can select the word, click on the EZ and it will change it into text. And if I click on the A, I can change it to the colour that I want. And then once I've got it the way that I want it, I can move it around. I can make it bigger or smaller and place it where it needs to be. The next feature, if I write anything on the board, I can just use the back of my hand and it will erase it. Or if I've written lots of stuff, then I can just click on the eraser. I can click on all, clear it, and it clears the board completely. You also have shapes in here, so if I want to do shapes, I can bring a shape in. I can also do backgrounds and templates, so if we was doing music that day, I could bring in the music. And then here I've got some tools, so there's some nice little tools in here. First way, I've got an onboard calculator. I have a timer, a countdown timer, a stopwatch that will do laps as well and splits. This one's a nice one. This is a scoreboard, so if I decide to put my class into 3 teams and click on it, and then whichever team is in the lead gets the crown over the top of their scoreboard. I can draw, so if you're in a situation where the children think that you're picking their favourites to answer the questions all the time, you can give each student a number. You can say you want to pick out 3 students, click on the start, and then the computer will pick 3 students at random. You can also split the screen into 3. So if you want 3 children to work on the screen at the same time, they can all do so and they can all be writing on different colours on the board at the same time. Over here I can add pages. So my next page, I could make this a different colour. So if I bring it up to a different colour, I've got a few backgrounds as well. If you wanted to use different backgrounds, we'll keep it as a plain colour. And then going over here, you have a record feature. So once you press the record, you can write on the board. And because it now has a mic array, it's not only recording what you're doing on the board, but it's also recording your audio as well. And then when you stop recording, it will save, and it will save to the board, and then you can go back to it at any point and play the recording. You also have this feature, which is if you have a student that is partially sighted and is not able to see the board, then you can give them a QR code. They can come down with a device and take the QR code, and then they will be able to see firsthand what you're doing on the board via their device rather than looking at the board. If there's a student that's not able to attend school, you can give them the BenQ website. Once they've connected to that, then they give the room ID, and once they've put that in, they will also now be connected to the board, so they will be able to see the board, and obviously again because of the mic array, they will be able to hear what you're saying as well. If you have more than 1 student connected via this way, then at any point you can click on this button and you can give them priority, in which case when they write on their device, we will see it on the board in the classroom, and then you can bring it back to you where you're then back in control, and everything that you write on the board they're able to see on their device. So this is quite a nice feature actually. And then press exit and it will exit, and now I'm back to the home screen. So another feature I'd like to show you is InstaShare 2. This is where you're able to share your device, either a Chromebook, a tablet or a phone, to the screen, so whatever you do on the tablet can be seen on the screen. So when you're doing screen sharing, basically take your device, swipe down or where you need to swipe to be able to find screen mirroring or casting, click on it, and then your board should show up in this menu. This is the board, so if I tap on it, I'm now connected to the board, and then everything that I do on my tablet is seen on the board. The great thing about this is if I go into camera, so this works like a visualizer. So if I tap on it, I can take a photo. So if you imagine this was one of your students' work, and then if I go into the photo, and then from there I can click on edit, and then I look for the three dots, I can go to markup, and then once I've chosen my pen and the colour, I can annotate on my tablet and it becomes seen on the board. So obviously another use as well is if you've just been out on a field trip and you've taken photos on your tablet, coming back into the classroom, rather than having to download it all down onto your laptop or desktop, you can just connect your tablet and show it instantly on the screen. As part of the package with BenQ, you get what we call the BenQ portal services. One of these services is shown here, AMS, which stands for Account Management Service. If I click on this and turn it on, it will ask me to put in a password. Once that password has been added, the board now changes and it closes down. The only thing that you can get to is the whiteboard. This is because now it's got a login. So if I use the QR code, I can now use my phone to take the QR code. I will then open the app in the phone, and I'm now logged in to my account. So when I'm logged into my account, it's personal, and if I click on here and go into files, you'll see that I've also been able to connect my Google Drive, my Dropbox, my OneDrive and any other accounts that you have. So if you have a shared account for the school, you're able to connect that to the board as well. So from here I can now get things out of my Google Drive or any other kind of drives and open directly on the board without having to use a laptop. Then when I come out of it, I can log out, and then once I'm logged out, it goes back to the board is closed down and no one is able to enter your account or see your files. So that's the first way that the board works, and that's the Android side. To show you now the second way, I tap on the source button and click on the source to change it. This is now my laptop, so the board is now working as a monitor. Now obviously, because the board is touchscreen, rather than going backwards and forwards to my device and typing or using the mouse, I can just tap on the screen. So if I wanted to open this file, just double tap and it will open it. I can close it, and at any point if I want to right click, put my finger on the board, wait for the square to appear, take it off, and then I get my normal right click menu. Broadcast. This is where you're able to broadcast a message to either one board or all the boards at the time. I can then type in what I want the message to be. The style, so this one I want it to be like a ticker tape going across. So that's the features of the BenQ board. If this has sparked your interest and you'd like to know more, please give us a ring. The number will follow.